I think I'm lying to you guys. The way that you guys are gonna achieve this is by just starting. Like, what's going on, class? It's Malito the Drill Professor, and I am back again with yet another lecture video. Now, when it comes to the genre of sexy drill, I've dropped numerous videos explaining the drums, the arrangement, and the type of sounds that you guys are gonna use in these beats. However, what I haven't talked about very much is how you're gonna make these melodies. So in this video today, I'm gonna be showing you how you guys can make melodies in the style of sexy drill from scratch using no samples, bro. Now, this concept may be a little ass backwards because sexy drill has kind of been built on samples as a foundation. However, after a while, when you start to get more exposure and more, streaming time and play with the songs, you understand that you kind of have to remove the sample aspect out of it because it's really gonna mess up a lot of your emotion when it comes to the business side. However, we can still go through and we can still make these melodies completely from scratch and have them sound just as good, if not better than the samples. And that's not to say we're gonna throw away samples completely as a concept, you know what I'm saying? But we also need to be able to have this trick in our bag as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and start you guys off in this FOP here. So we got Xenology. Xenology is the plugin that I use for almost all my melodies from scratch. Almost all my shit is Xenology, bro. So I recommend, if you guys don't have Xenology already, I recommend you go ahead and pick it up through however means you know how to pick up VSTs. And that's all I'm gonna say about that subject. Anyway, once you guys have got Xenology, you're gonna go ahead and head over to Xenology and find your bass line. So your bass line, or what you're gonna be starting with, is I like to start with either a pad, a synth, or some type of piano. In this, I got a synth bell pad. So it sounds like this. So it's a little like, it's a pad, it sounds like this. I'm gonna go ahead and show it to you guys. We're in the BPM of 150, and we're gonna go ahead and play these chords in the scale. We're in A minor, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and play the chords for you guys. So that's the melody that I came up with. This is a chord progression. It goes from A down to F, which is a really good sexy drill chord progression that I like to use a lot. The second component that I added for this melody is this. So this is a viola amp, which is just supposed to be some type of string. So I just went ahead and copied the A and F chords like this. Yeah, like that, feel me? So when I layered those two on together, this is what they sound like. Super fire. So we're already getting that like R&B kind of sexy drill feel. Feel me? We're gonna go ahead and show you guys the third component for this. So I like leads. Leads are kind of like one of my favorite things to use. So I just went ahead and had these two notes playing as this repetitive pattern. So it sounds a lot better when you kind of layer it with the rest of the instruments. Took away some of the treble and the bass just to have it like a lead that needed to fill up the mid space. I didn't really want too much highs in this beat. Also an EQ, some effect rack. I put on modulation and then liquid vibe. And then I put some reverb on here too. Stereo separation on that as well. Then for the third instrument, which is those strings, I just had some delay, reverb, and an EQ that has nothing on it. Okay, I guess. That's what I came up with. Now, any normal human being can kind of put, two and two together and realize that we can make a bass line from this out of the bass, like the sexy drill bass. We could start right here from F, and be able to go down to, what was it? A, and then we're going down to F. So I could have done one of these. Let me show you guys. Now you see, that sounds good already. However, that's a little too easy. So I kind of changed it up just to, give this melody some more excitement. I went ahead and I exported this into these three, clips. The way that I did that is I went over here. I did left click and shift on these three. Then once you have those three highlighted over here, you can right click and then you can do quick render as audio clip, and it will just go through and render all three of the sounds that you guys are using. So when I have them rendered out, I'm gonna go ahead and do this to them. I'm gonna chop them up. So especially the kind of piano, like the main instrument or the pad. So you see, like that sounds completely different, and that's mainly because of the halftime. So I threw some halftime on here, I added an EQ that kind of EQ'd that treble, which was like mostly just fuzz, and then I have this pad pattern, so it's a lot more sexy drillish. So yeah, once I had that, I kind of just played it along with the other instruments at their regular pattern. I've also pitched this down by 1. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what this sounds like with the bass that I have. So this is the fixed bass pattern. I think I'm lying to you guys. It should be the fixed bass pattern, y'all. Nope, let me mute this. There we go. Play with other instruments. EQ out the lows of this Synology drum. Sounds a little bit more unique, you know what I'm saying? Than when you incorporate the rest of the drums, for instance, and you get this. All right, so you guys get the gist. So that's how you guys are gonna make some sexy drill melodies from scratch. Now, if you guys see, what I did is I had an idea, I put it down to Synology, and I used that idea to create something better. So you see, I have this, but I turned it into this. The way that you guys are gonna achieve this is by just starting. Like, the hardest part is loading up this FL Studio right here and putting in these plugins into your channel rack and starting. All you gotta do is just start building your melody, get some ideas out of your head onto FL Studio, and then most of the time, if you slot some halftime on these shits with reverb and some EQ, and you can kind of hear like a bass progression in your ears, most of the time it's gonna sound good, bro. I'm telling you, that's it. So if you guys are looking to be one of the, you know, very few people out here that actually makes consistent loops from scratch in the sexy drill genre and get those emails list popping, I promise you guys will see some results, bro. Because when I tell you right now, a hot commodity is a sexy drill loop maker right now. If y'all are listening to me right now, I just gave you some sauce. So if you have the skills and you have the talents, that's all I gotta say, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this little quick tutorial video on how you can make sexy drill melodies from scratch. I got some big ass content and big ass vlogs planned for y'all soon, man. Those are gonna be dropping on my channel very, very shortly. And if y'all know, bro, the side missions that I be including on this channel usually be some crazy shit that be happening, bro. All I gotta say to y'all boys is y'all better just subscribe and turn on post notifications ASAP. Join my Discord so y'all can keep up with me as well as on Instagram too. That is a way that y'all can actually stay updated with me and actually see what I got going on. That's about it from me today, y'all. And with that being said, class is dismissed.